This holiday season, help Soldiers for Stockings improve the morale and welfare of members of our armed forces deployed overseas. Now through November 20th, there is so much work to be done, and you can help in many ways. Download the stocking pattern from stockingsforsoldiers.org and start sewing today. Volunteer to help decorate and assemble stockings. Donate Christmas candies, snacks, nuts, chips, drink mixes, DVDs, books, magazines, lip balm, toiletries, and other items needed to fill the stockings. Or help make packets of snowman soup, hot chocolate to send along with the stockings. For more information, patterns, and a list of items needed, visit stockingsforsoldiers.org. This holiday season, help send our troops a touch of home. For many, it's all they will receive. All stockings need to be completed by November 20th. So get started today at stockingsforsoldiers.org. That's stockingsforsoldiers.org. Stockings for Soldiers, sending stockings filled with joy to our soldiers in harm's way for the 9th consecutive year.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom133.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom133.com. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom133.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away.
Call 800-646-6985. Again, that's 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here, but then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. Because I have a blast doing this show, even though sometimes it sounds like I get really excited and heated and passionate, and people sometimes drive me crazy or insane and want me to pull my hair out and stuff, but it's still pretty much a lot of fun as I broadcast to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere in the great granite state of New Hampshire. Might I add, the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die, is not big government or bust. It is one of the most beautiful states I have ever been to. And I've been to a few states. I can go down the list. Let's see. Michigan, Ohio. Let's see, all 6 New England states, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Virginia, West Virginia, Georgia. No, I haven't been to Florida. Now North Carolina, and soon South Carolina. Did I miss anyone? No, Maryland. I've been to Maryland. I have not been to Baltimore, but I have been to Maryland. Delaware, although there isn't much in Delaware, because Delaware is just so damn, it's like Rhode Island, so damn small. But I've been to Delaware. I gotta wasn't all that, nothing wrong with Delawareans or the state of Delaware at all. I just wasn't all that impressed. By that same token, the great state of Connecticut, not impressed there either. I know Connecticut boasts some of the wealthiest neighborhoods in our nation, but not impressed. California, been to California. Yep, just, recently too. Parts of California, I think, are absolutely gorgeous. Really, parts of it, yeah, beautiful. It's just too bad it's in California. It's too bad some of that landscape is in California. I mean, the redwoods and the giant sequoias, absolutely beautiful. The valley, the fruit valley where the orange groves and nut groves are, a beautiful landscape, totally different from anywhere else I've been in the country. Is that Central Valley in California? I mean, it's just unique. The Napa Valley region is beautiful. But it's not as pretty as that Central Valley region, man. That was just gorgeous. But none of those places that I've been, as beautiful as they are in their own rights, all those places, none of them have, in my opinion, have come close enough to entice me to move away from the gorgeous state of New Hampshire. I'm just saying. I know people have their other favorite places that they've been, and that's great. And that's the wonderful thing about America is that not only do we have diversity in people and in culture, but in landscape as well. We've got something for everyone. If you wanna, one of the shows I love watching is Alaska: The Last Frontier. And I got to tell you, it's kind of the only thing that keeps me from wanting to move to Alaska is that I like longer summers. I mean, even here in New England, I think the summers are too, 3 months is too short. Alaska, they got a month and a half. Why the hell would I want to cut my summer in half when I want longer summers? But the freedom, the evident freedom, I don't know if Alaska is rated as the freest state in the union, but it's definitely on the top 5. The freedom in Alaska is just, that's enticing in itself, but it's just a harsh climate. It really, I mean, if you can live the subsistence or the frontier lifestyle like the Kilcher clan or the Bush people of Alaska, which I don't really like that show as much, but because well, I guess if you can live that kind of lifestyle, because a lot of all these shows, they have stuff that is like you and I, slaving every day. I can do this show in Alaska, by the way. If I ever wanted to move, I could pick up and take this program with me and still broadcast, and you'd still hear me. That's the wonder of the internet and broadcasting and airwaves and all that kind of stuff. I can go to different places and broadcast. I don't have to be in New England. I know that. I don't have to be in New Hampshire. So if I wanted to move to Alaska and be the voice of the Alaska wilderness, I could do that. All I would need is a strong, fast internet connection, and I'd be good to go. Now, I don't know how I don't think they have. Maybe they do. They have everything else on the Kilcher homestead. Maybe they have internet access too. I don't know. They got satellite phones. So maybe they've got an internet connection too. I don't know, but if you can get me an internet connection out there. I don't want to live in the city like Juneau or something, or Anchorage. I don't want to live in town. I mean, that would defeat the whole purpose of moving to Alaska, I would think. And there's a program that comes on Sunday afternoons, early Sunday afternoons around here, called Buying Alaska, where these people, most of the people are from Alaska, but a lot of them come from other places, moving to Alaska, and they want to have their piece of Alaska. So they're looking for homes that are not within the cities proper of Alaska. And there's a lot of variation about how people live in Alaska, let me tell you. But Alaska is, the pictures, now I haven't been there. Personally, I'd love to go there. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And I gotta admit, just from the pictures that I've seen, it kind of rivals New England, New Hampshire. But the one thing that Alaska does not seem to have that we have here in New England is the vibrant, bold, plentiful fall foliage cover. Foliage. Why do I always screw up that word? Foliage coverage. The changing of the leaves. I sound like Medea when I say that word. I have no idea why I do. Everybody has a word that they always trip up on. It doesn't matter. Even Rush can't tell me he doesn't have a particular word that he tries to avoid saying because he trips up on it, and that's my word. Every super a super mouth is what I like to call talk show host. Every super mouth has their kryptonite word, and that is my kryptonite word. I learned that in communications in college that is a real thing, by the way. I mean, I call it the kryptonite word, but that is a real thing. You learn in communications that there's stuff that you're going to have troubles when you're talking about oral communications, that everybody has a problem